I'd like to call the Special Finance Administration Economic and Development Committee to order. Today is Monday, August 28th at 1:30. If everyone could rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Public notification of this meeting has been published, posted, and distributed in compliance with the South Carolina Freedom of Information Act. Can I ask for someone to approve the agenda?
Well, I'd like to amend the agenda.
Thank you, Ms. Tabernick.
Do we have to call the roll first, or no?
The committee meetings we usually do not, but go ahead,
Okay,
Ms.
that's fine.
You want to call the roll? Go ahead. Sarah, go ahead, call the roll just to.
We have all the people here.
Yeah.
So you see, okay, so I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda. And it would be to remove the executive session, because we're going to talk about that in open session. And we're going to add two motions, one to select a law firm and one to appropriate money.
Thank you. There's a second for that? All right, is there any more discussion? All right, seeing no discussion, is there any objection to making that change to the agenda? Seeing no objection, that has been approved. All right, so agenda has been approved. Let's move on then to.
Now we have to approve the agenda as amended.
Okay, well then, next, we'll approve the agenda as amended. Is there a motion for that?
I'll make that motion.
Is there a second?
I'll second that as well.
All right, any more discussion on that?
I'm sorry.
Seeing no discussion, is there any objection? Seeing no objection, that has been approved. Let me point out that Mr. Cunningham has just joined us. So he's here as well. So the agenda is approved. Let's move on then to number 5, which is the citizens' comment period of 3 minutes. Anyone who wishes to speak during the citizen comment period portion of this meeting will limit their comments and speak to no longer than 3 minutes. Speakers will address council in a respectful manner appropriate to the decorum of the meeting, refraining from the use of profane, abusive, or obscene language in accordance with the Beaufort County rules and procedures. Giving of a speaker's time to another is not allowed. And is there anyone here that would like to speak? Mr. Hoagland, you have 3 minutes to as citizens' comment, and welcome for.
What you'd add to that, what you just said, profanity and all that, add truthful and honest to that, if you don't mind.
We expect that.
Now, I've got
Yes.
some documents before, please don't start the clock yet, I'm not starting it, I'm just asking a question, if you don't mind, if you could start it back. I'm trying to add these three documents to you, but I can do it after.
You can do it after, yeah.
All right, so if you could start that clock back, I'd appreciate it. Please.
She did.
That started. You're good.
Okay, thank you. So we are hearing and reading about Greenway, but there's a lot we're not. And I'm here to help you. Fact is, he is shady and not alone. First thing must happen is this council must also stop actions and votes that leave an open door for Greenway, the chambers, the CPPAs, the lawyers, and even judges in this entire county ruling against the rule of law, with kangaroo courts and predetermined outcomes for their local officials and lawyer friends. It's got to end. Taxpayers are fed up, many convinced the courts and the county is acting more like a criminal enterprise than a functional government. Lauderdale and the packet sloppy government is an understatement. Regardless what you believe, facts are disturbing. Our entire political system gives the full power to county and town employees and lawyers that totally control the part-time leaders and mayors and councils. The employees basically do as they wish, and part-time councils have other full-time jobs. They have no clue or control on what's going on. And I understand that. I'd be in the same situation. Taxpayers are left in the dark with millions have disappeared in thin air. We have little transparency, accountability, and we're all handed fraudulent, internally prepared budgets and financial audits by Greenway and other town managers that only show the numbers they want us to see. Today, I am here to ask on behalf of every taxpayer, our councils in Beaufort, Hilton Head, and Bluffton, take back control of our finances. It's so easy to conduct forensic audits. The cost is a piddly amount to stop all the illegal use of and issue of tax funds by Orlando, CPAs, Greenway, Gruber, etc. Audits will end a large percentage of crimes in Beaufort County. This is the only tool that you have available to you under our current political system to control the full power county, town managers, lawyers, etc. We're weak. We have a weak system, weak mayors, weak chairmans. Who have no CPA ability. Nobody up there is a forensic auditor, CPA trained. So we must stop this sloppy government. Again, even Mayor Perry recently and Salka both got caught illegally using tax money, and Mayor Perry lied and committed financial fraud, saying he saw the millions of Bill Miles and he never saw it. He lied. And you can't be a mayor, you can't be a chairman, you can't be anybody in a public position if you lie. That's cause for termination, for losing your position and being investigated. So look, the bottom line is, it's time to forensic audit office by office, one by one tree at a time, not the entire forest, just one at a time. We find something, we go deeper until that's it. And we do it with a forensic audit, CPA, even better, FBI training. There's a lot of FBI agents that have retired from the FBI who also now are CPAs and work for audit firms. You can find them in Georgia, South Carolina, they're all over the place. But we can't have a lawyer, local South Carolina lawyer leading this. There's no way. That's just another trick. That's all that is.
Thank you, Mr. Hoagland. Thank you for keeping that close to 3 minutes. Appreciate that. You're good. Let's move on then to our agenda. Let's go to our amended agenda. And the first
Mr.
item,
Chairman?
yes.
I'd like to make a motion that we hire law firm B to perform the reviews, audit, and other work that county council authorized the finance committee to oversee during its meeting of July 24, 2023, as well as any other additional work the finance committee authorizes the firm to perform, and that we forward this decision to the county council for ratification during tonight's special call meeting.
All right, is there a second to
I
that?
would like to second that.
All right, so that's been seconded. So let's open that up for discussion. And I know we had in our previous meeting that we did have people who would like to speak. If we want to go around the room again, we can do that, or if we just want to move forward. It's open for discussion right now for anybody that would like to discuss anything. Ms. Taberner, go ahead.
I'd like to make a comment that I made in the last meeting, and that is that the firms will hire outside CPAs to do forensic audits. So it's not a lawyer doing it, it's going to be forensic auditors, CPAs.
All right, anybody else that would like to speak? Ms. Howard?
I'd like to also, it was made clear to us that the firm would let us know as soon as they know there are things that need to be revealed or shared with the public, and that we will be doing that on matters which can be, such as procurement matters.
All right, let's go ahead and go around then, let everyone have an opportunity to speak. Let's go online first. Mr. Dawson, anything you'd like to add to that?
Yeah, I would only say that out of the two firms that we interviewed, I think the firm B is the best suited to do the work that we're asking them to do, and then provide us with their findings that we might actually try to right this ship. So I'm supportive of firm B.
Thank you, Mr. Dawson. Mr. Reitz?
Thank you, Chairman. All the questions have been answered for me, and I also agree with firm B. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reitz. Mr. Glover?
Mr. Chairman, thank you. I have no real problem with the selection at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Brown?
I just want to reiterate what Council Member Tavernick said. About the CPAs and the audit.
Good, thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Bartholomew?
Really don't have a lot to say about it, but I think B is going to be the best option for us, given the fact that they have the capability kind of in-house to do a lot of the things that we're asking to do. I do like that we're going to be having an outside forensic audit completed of our account. So I do think that's going to be very important in getting things going back in the right direction.
All right, good. Mr. Cunningham, anything?
I'm good, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Chairman Passman?
Yes, firm B has absolutely no ties to the county, and the team that will be here is independent. They have no relatives, no anyone who works for the county, and that's a good thing.
Thank you, Mr. Passman. And I as well agree with Firm B. Both firms, I think, would have done a great job. Both firms very well known and integrity that follows them. I think that Firm B had a fee structure that we could follow more easily. I think that they had the capability of performing more than one task at the same time, and they have experience in doing that all at the same time. And they also were very good about letting us know that they think that it could be even shorter if they go in there and they find things will take longer. If they don't find things, they'll come back and tell us. So the milestones that they'll give to us hopefully will not lead us into a 6-month process, but more of a 1 to 2 to 3 month process that then if we need to go further after that, we can. So that gave us the opportunity. So seeing no more discussion.
Can I have the name of those firms? I don't have it.
Where that hasn't been released yet, and that will be done. We're going to pass this on to county council, and if it passes county council later on today, then that's when those firms will be released at that time. So right now, they're still firm A and B until we push it to county council. That's the next thing that's happened, is our vote today, is our recommendation to county council to make a decision as a full council at county council to approve firm A or firm B. So at this time, I don't think there's any reason for us to call roll. Is there any objection to the recommendation of the finance committee to push this to county council with the recommendation of firm B? And seeing no objection online or here in person, that is our recommendation, and that we move to county council, which the next session is this afternoon. All right, then let's move on to the second motion that was mentioned.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to move that we adopt by title only an ordinance to amend the fiscal year 24 budget ordinance, which was 2023/22, to appropriate $350,000 to county council's budget to cover any anticipated costs of a firm to perform the reviews and audit that we authorized on July 25th, 2023, and any additional work the Finance Committee authorizes the law firm to perform.
All right, is there a second to that?
I'll second the motion.
All right, motion's been second. Now open for discussion. Any discussion from anybody? And let me just say that as that 300, you want to go, Ms. Brown?
The 350,000 you said?
Yeah, I put
Where is that coming from?
350,000. We don't know the actual amount.
Right,
But
but
we
where
have
is
to
that
budget.
350 coming from?
General fund.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right, thank you.
And that's something, as Ms. Tabernick just started to say, let me just clarify that this is not a blank check for $350,000 that we're giving this firm to go do. We will start the process, and it'll be a monthly billing, everything we understand. So again, we will be in complete control over how much is spent and where the money's going. It's not going to be a surprise at the end of 3-4 months of what our monthly billings are. And at any point we feel it's necessary to stop and not go further with that amount of money, we can do that. We get to the point where we need to dig deeper and we're going to spend more than that, there will be the discussion then of us that we need to do those type of things. So again, none of it's going to be a surprise. It's not like it's just going to happen now and we write that check. It's going to be a monthly billing based upon actual work performed, actual hours used, and also the forensic audits that go with it will come with price tags that we will then be able to okay before each of those items are done. So is there any objection to the motion that's on the floor? Seeing no objection, that also will be moved to county council for our meeting this afternoon.
You have a city comment? Can I have a comment?
No, sir, we're done with
Okay.
thank you, okay.
Okay.
So at this point, is there any other matters arising out of our session? All right, seeing none, we are adjourned.
Okay, thank you.
Correct.
Make sure I get
See if it's quick as you turn around.
my tally.
Can you have your seats?